how do we make sure that the main conflict really reaches its peak? One, it needs to be high stakes. So there needs to be like some kind of huge outcome that's going to happen depending on what occurs during that fight or during that problem that the characters are going through. So for you, why do you think it's high stakes?
They get chased and maybe Bob almost got caught.
In their minds, what's going to happen to them if the monster gets them?
They're going to think they're going to die.
Exactly. So that's pretty high stakes. That's either inspiring fear or sadness or anger or a lot of emotion that we feel compelled by, that we feel motivated to do something about it. Number 2 is that your climax needs to be emotionally charged. What emotions do you think your characters and your readers are supposed to feel watching Jack, Jeff, and Bob run from the monster?
What will happen next? Or excited what will happen next?
What else?
They're scared.
Yeah, probably scared, right? There's a giant monster chasing them around. You want people to be like a little nervous, like, are they going to make it or not? Like, I don't know. And the last thing is character growth. That's our third element of the climax. What do you think it means to have character growth?
Like how they grow and like how they change from like they chasing them to going to the closet.
Yeah, right? And not just like their emotions, how they change, but also how does their brain change and their thoughts change from when we first met them at the beginning of the story, and how do they resolve it when we get to the end of the story? So I took a look at your story. You have 600 words that you've written so far, which is amazing. First of all, how did that feel doing that?
Pretty good.
That's all I'm gonna get. Pretty good.
At first I thought it was like a lot, but then I typed like 2 lines and then I looked at the word count and I already did like 160 words.
Yeah, it starts to feel a little bit easier as you go along, right?
Yeah.
And what was in your head while you were typing? I'm curious.
How much words I've written.
Okay, that's still what's on your mind. Maybe I was hoping you would say like, oh, I could actually see Jack and Jeff and Bob.
I would say like that's the main moment, right? We meet the characters, they're down here, and then we start going through and we see the closet, and now all of a sudden there's a monster. And then it just kind of ends after that, right? It just kind of goes down.
Yeah.
And we can make it go up and back down. Maybe the monster catches them at first, but then they get away, but then they find another door, and then they try time travel even further, blah, 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 blah. Right? So those are all little plot. Every time we change the direction or we add a little extra line, that's giving us more for our story, right? Let's take a look at what you have. So let's read the whole thing. Do you want to read it out loud, actually, for parts of it?
Jeff sat on the couch and waited for his Amazon see-through goggles while he called Bob and Jack. Bob and Jack and Jeff are best friends, even if they like different things. Bob likes to go eat cat poop and dog poop because he wants to know what a cat and dog ate yesterday. Jack likes to go to his secret base and play basketball.
First of all, you used great active voice. So I think week 1, where you put the thing that's doing the action and then the action after, right? Using active voice instead of passive voice. Also something that helps in more and more pages because you're constantly pushing the plot in the positive direction as a narrator. Showing me a good sign of a writer by doing that. That when I get to my dialogue tag, this is lowercase. It's a lowercase a, and it's always going to be lowercase because it's still part of the same sentence. A dialogue tag is just telling us where did this come from, but it's not its own sentence, okay? So it's always going to have a lowercase letter unless you start with the name of the character. And I'll say it with intensity. What's a word I can use instead of just said?
Scream.
Perfect. And my readers probably can figure out who's saying what if it's just going back and forth between 2 characters.
Yep.
But we'll get to that another time if it comes up. Okay, how are we feeling about dialogue and quotation marks?
Pretty good.
So that we can finish in time before the summer, so that we can get your book published a little faster.